Good morning, students. Now, what we are going to see is molecule. Take for example, H2 is a molecule of hydrogen. H is an atom of hydrogen. H2 is a molecule of hydrogen. Take for example, H2O. This is one molecule of water. Here, two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen combine together to form one molecule of water. Take another example, H2SO4. Here, two atoms of hydrogen, one atom of sulfur, four atoms of oxygen combine together to form one molecule of sulfuric acid. So this is one molecule of sulfuric acid. It contains four atoms of hydrogen, one atom of sulfur, four atoms of oxygen. So this is what a molecule is. So here, how do you define a molecule? A molecule is a combination of two or more atoms. So it is a combination of two. Here one molecule of hydrogen contains two atoms. Here one molecule of water contains two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. So three atoms. So how do you define a molecule? A molecule is a combination of two or more atoms. How do these atoms combine? There is a chemical bond or an attractive force. Here there is an attractive force between hydrogen and oxygen. This force makes the water molecule united. Here two hydrogen atoms, one sulfur atom, four oxygen atom. All these seven atoms are combined together by a chemical bond or by a force of attraction. There is a force of attraction between these atoms. So this force of attraction hold these atoms together and make a molecule. So now the definition is, how do you define molecule? Molecule is a combination of two or more atoms hold together by a chemical bond or by a chemical force of attraction. So we can call it in two ways. There is a chemical force of attraction between these atoms, or there is a chemical bond. The force of attraction is called a chemical bond. So now we can define clearly, molecule is a combination of two or more atoms held together by a chemical bond or a chemical force of attraction. So this is what a molecule is. Then how do you classify molecule? Classification of molecule. If a molecule contains the atoms of same element, so this is hydrogen. It contains two hydrogen atoms of same element. So this is a molecule in which two atoms of same element combine together to form this molecule. If you take water, here two hydrogen atom and one oxygen atom. So this is one element, this is another element. So here atoms of different elements combine and form water molecule. Take again H2SO4. Here two hydrogen atoms, one sulfur atoms, four oxygen atoms combine together to form one molecule of sulfuric acid. So then how do you take it? So here different elements of atoms or atoms of different elements combine to form one molecule of sulfuric acid. So this is atoms of same element form one molecule of hydrogen, one molecule of chlorine. So here two atoms of chlorine, atoms of same element. Here two atoms of hydrogen, atoms of same element. Here atoms of different elements. So these molecules are called homo. Homo means same. So here this is hetero. This is hetero. So this is monoatomic molecule or homoatomic molecule. Homoatomic molecule. This is heteroatomic molecule. So how do you classify a molecule? A molecule can be divided into two as homoatomic molecule and heteroatomic molecule. Monoatomic molecules are molecules having the atoms of same element. Heteroatomic molecules are molecules having atoms of different elements. So this is the definition. Then how do you name? How do you name it? Then the number of atoms present in a molecule is called atomicity. What is atomicity? So another thing we have to find is atomicity. What is atomicity? Atomicity, the number of atoms present in a molecule is called atomicity. Take for example halogens. What are halogens? Chlorine, bromine, iodine, fluorine. So these four elements are called halogens. These four elements have only two atoms in it. These four molecules, chlorine molecule has two atoms, bromine molecule has two atoms, iodine molecule has two atoms, fluorine molecule has two atoms. So the atomicity of halogen is 2. So then now you understand clearly what is atomicity. Atomicity is the number of atoms present in a molecule is called atomicity. Then so oxygen has the atomicity of oxygen is 2. The atomicity of ozone is 3. So there are 3 atoms in ozone. So the atomicity of oxygen is 3. Then, okay, next one. What is relative molecular mass? Relative molecular mass. What is relative molecular mass? It is the ratio between one molecule of the mass of one molecule of the substance. It is the ratio between one molecule, the mass of one molecule of a substance. Here the substance may be anything. It may be water, it may be sulfuric acid. So water is a substance, sulfuric acid is a substance, hydrogen chloride is a substance, carbon dioxide is a substance. These are all molecules. So take the mass of one molecule of water or one molecule of sulfuric acid or one molecule of hydrogen chloride. Take it is relative mass molecule. is the ratio between the mass of one molecule of a substance to one atom of C12 isotope, C12 isotope of carbon. So what is relative molecular mass? So relative molecular mass is defined as the ratio between the mass of one molecule of the substance to 1/12th mass of a carbon atom. 1/12. So it is not 1/12. 1/12th atom of C12 isotope of carbon. So the ratio between these two is called relative molecular mass. So what is relative molecular mass? Relative molecular mass is defined as the ratio between the mass of one molecule of a substance to 1/12th of carbon atom, 1/12th of C12 isotope of carbon. So this is called what? Relative molecular mass. Then how do you calculate the relative molecular mass? The example given in the book is relative molecular mass of one water. What is the relative molecular mass of water? The mass of one hydrogen atom is 1. There are 2 hydrogen atoms. So 2 into 1 plus the mass of one oxygen atom is 16. Therefore 1 into 16. If you add these two, 2 into 1 2 plus 1 into 16 16. So the relative molecular mass of water is 18. It means one molecular mass of water is equal to one molecular mass of water is equal to 18 times bigger than 1/12th gram of C12 carbon atom. So this is relative molecular mass. So relative, how do you find the relative molecular mass? Simple. The mass of one hydrogen atom is 1. There are 2 hydrogen atoms. Therefore 2 into 1. The mass of one oxygen atom is 16. There is only one oxygen. Therefore 1 into 16. So 2 into 1 2 plus 1 into 16 is equal to 18. So likewise find out the relative molecular mass of sulfuric acid. This example is also given in the book. There are 2 hydrogen atoms. The mass of one hydrogen atom is 1. There is 2 hydrogen atoms. Therefore 2 into 1 plus the mass of sulfur. One atom of sulfur is 32. Here only one sulfur. Therefore 1 into 32 plus the mass of one oxygen atom is 16. There are 4 oxygen atoms. Therefore 4 into 16. So 2 into 1 2 plus 1 into 32 32 plus 4 into 16 64. If you add 2 plus 32 34. 34 plus 64 98. So this is the molecular mass of sulfuric acid. This is how you have to find. You must know by memory the mass of one hydrogen atom is 1, the mass of sulfur is 32, the mass of oxygen is 16. So these are all familiar atoms. The mass of these familiar atoms you must know by memory. Then, what is the difference between atom and molecule? What is the difference between an atom and molecule? What is the difference between an atom and a molecule? What is the difference between an atom and a molecule? An atom is the smallest particle. A molecule is also the smallest particle. Molecule is also the smallest particle. This is the smallest particle of an element. This is the smallest particle of an element or a compound. So this is the only difference. Take for example hydrogen. The smallest particle of hydrogen is H. The smallest particle of molecule is H2. H2 is one molecule of hydrogen. H is one atom of hydrogen. So here atom is the smallest particle of hydrogen element. Here H2 is the smallest particle of an element hydrogen. So here both are same. But here take H2O. H2O is the smallest particle of a compound. H2O is a compound because it is a combination of two different atoms. So it is a combination of two different atoms, so it is a compound. Hydrogen is the combination of two same atom, the element of same atom. Therefore, it is an element. So smallest particle of an element or smallest particle of a compound. So this is the first difference between an atom and a molecule. So an atom is highly reactive. It is highly reactive. When one hydrogen and one chlorine combine together very quickly. So the reactive efficiency of an atom is high, but the reactive efficiency of a molecule is less effective. So less reactive. It is less reactive when compared with an atom. When the reactivity of a molecule is compared with an atom, it is high, it is less. So this is another difference. Then it does not exist freely. Exist in a free state. So we can say hydrogen atom. But you cannot find a hydrogen atom in a free state. When a hydrogen atom exists, it immediately combines with another hydrogen atom, form a H2. When hydrogen is divided, you get two hydrogen atoms. Of course, it is true. But you cannot find a hydrogen atom freely. In a free state, you cannot find hydrogen atom. Always you find hydrogen molecule alone freely. So it does not exist in a free state, but it exists in a free state. இது free state ல இருக்கும், இது free state ல இருக்காது. You can always see chlorine molecule, bromine molecule, iodine molecule, hydrogen molecule, O2 molecule, everywhere. Everywhere in the atmosphere you can see oxygen molecule, not oxygen atom. You cannot see oxygen atom separately in the atmosphere. Always you see oxygen molecules only in the atmosphere. So atom does not exist in a free state, but molecule exists in a free state. Then there is no chemical bond. No chemical bond in an atom, because an atom is only one. So there is no need of holding atoms. But here hydrogen combined with the hydrogen forms hydrogen molecule. There must be a force to hold these two things together. So that is called chemical bond. So chemical bond exists in a molecule. So in sulfuric acid, 2 atoms of hydrogen, 1 atom of sulfur and 4 atoms of hydrogen, they all combine unitedly and form one molecule of sulfuric acid. So to hold these items, these 2, this 1, these 4, so to hold all these 7 together, there must be a bond. Leah. If there is only one book, there is no need to tie it. If you add 2 or 3 books, you have to tie it. Then only it exists. Otherwise, it falls down freely. So, to hold it together, there is a force of binding. So, you have to bind with a rope. Then only it exists. 2 or 3 books combined and it exists. If it falls down, it falls freely. No damage comes. So likewise, there are 7 atoms, 2 hydrogen, 1 sulfur, 3, 4 oxygen. These 7 atoms combine and form sulfuric acid. To hold them together, there must be a chemical bond or there must be a chemical force between them. So a chemical bond exists in a molecule, no chemical bond. Hydrogen is an atom. There is no need of tying together. This is only one book. There is no need of tying together. We can take it freely. Okay? Likewise. So there is no need of chemical bond in an atom. Chemical bond exists in a molecule. So this is the difference between atoms and molecules. So this is the second part of video. We meet the remaining thing in a third part of the video to complete this lesson. Thank you.